bakunzi ba Isanamu TV tabaramukije nitwa Rita Angel hanyuma uno munsi ikiganiro tuza gukora ni ikiganiro gihagaze ku mubabaro umuntu agira iyo yabuze umuntu wiwe ariko nkuko musanzwe mubizi dukora ibiganiro kenshi mu ndimi zitandukanye uno munsi twaba tuza kuvuga mu rurimi rw'icongereza and we are very sorry for the audience that cannot speak English, unfortunately. Maybe we shall come back later with some, gist in Kirundi. Otherwise, who am I with?
My name is Ngendakumana Merci. I'm Burundian.
Who doesn't speak Kirundi?
I do speak Kirundi. It's just, very elevated for you guys. But I do speak Kirundi.
Anyway, Merci. Even if we are laughing, we are talking about grief. What do you understand when we say grief?
Okay, I don't have a description for grief, but when I talk about grief, I talk about when you lose someone and like that kind of step you go through, like trying to remember them, trying to honor them. That's what grief is to me. Yeah. And
have you ever grieved?
Many people.
I know, like everyone has grieved at least one or two.
Once or twice. And I feel like I wouldn't say I cheat the grieving process, but I get to grieve after, like, because I don't know if it's fine if I say this, but I lost my sister and my dad, but I never really got to know them that well. But like, with time, as I talk to my family and stuff, they told me about them, that I was like, oh wow, these were good people. And then I kind of started grieving later on. And
you start remembering them, or at least trying to cope with the things we would have done together.
Yeah, I would have done with them. Yeah. Even like recently, I was just like, I wouldn't say grieving, but I would say I was grieving. Yeah.
How is the process of grieving?
Basically, first of all, I don't even know. It's a very ugly feeling. Because it's not a feeling that you'd want to be there, like it comes in your stomach, it comes in your throat. Have you felt that thing here?
I know it.
I hate that feeling so much. I really hate it so much. And it's worse that it's because you can't control it. It just comes when it wants to come. Yeah. You really can't cheat that process. Basically, to me, grieving is that feeling, like I sit down, I think about all like the stuff I would have done with these people, or like the stuff that helped me done, all the stuff that I've done, like helped me to become who I am today. And I'd be doing the most sometimes, I'll just put some music and I'll start crying for no reason.
But that's not even doing the most, because it's like I don't know, but our body requests for things.
Yeah.
Then at a certain point, we have to surrender. It's like I saw this meme that talked about sports stuff, and was like, if you can stop, I will stop.
Okay.
So it's like the body knows exactly that we are tired and maybe trying to step onto the process.
Yeah.
And then be like,
you know what?
Where are you going? You're supposed to be feeling this. Feel it.
Feel it, yeah.
If you don't feel it today, I'll make sure tomorrow you feel it. And it's one of the hardest things to ever deal with, because for myself personally, I find the process of grieving the longest process ever. It's even like worse than a breakup.
That's true.
Yes.
That's very true.
Because there is this time, I don't know if you can remember, at least put into reality how it feels for the first time. When you hear that somebody has passed, you just feel like, oh, okay, we all die. The first time you're just like, easy.
It's normal, you
easy.
Kind of console yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then, and I feel like it's also beautiful because we have a community that is very supportive. You see people coming every evening, people around you, yes.
To be with you.
Then you really don't feel it. You don't feel the absence.
Yeah.
But by the moment the people step out after the burial, the funeral stuff,
then it's like, I'm coming back.
Yes. Then it's like, oh, really? So I'm no longer going to have this.
This person is gone.
Yes, I'm no longer going to have the conversations. I would have done this.
Yeah.
I was actually planning to do this.
Yeah, very true.
And then there is a time whereby you are numb. You really don't know what to feel.
What to do, everything is just upside down.
And
totally
then
understand that.
the moment you feel like you numb is the moment you feel like the weakest. It's like, you know, it's a process.
It's a very long process.
And then the end of the process feels like maybe if you were the one in their place, it would have been easier for other people to recover without considering that it would have been the same. Like that.
Most definitely.
You just end up being like, you know, life is life. It has to happen like that.
Yeah.
And it's the most, you know, heaviest thing to carry in your heart, just as you said. And one of the things that I don't like most, unfortunately, some people won't understand this, and this was a good topic for people to understand. What I don't like is,
we're sorry.
What I don't like is when people come to interrupt your grieving process. I remember I just lost last year about 20 people.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
I started by losing my father uncle, losing one of the granny in my family, then losing my friends. I lost friends, I lost colleagues, I lost family friends, I lost...
Damn.
Basically, when a friend loses a parent, it's...
Yeah, it's like you've lost a parent too.
Exactly. And then losing my grandmother, that was the point of it. That was like...
It just hit the iceberg. You were like, I'm done.
I can no longer take this.
I can't take this anymore.
And unfortunately, and somebody came and just told me, Ati, you're doing the most.
Excuse you? What? This is very funny. Hold on. We're talking about grief, so I'm really not gonna laugh. But what?
Yes. I was like, the person was telling a type of drug, and I was like, I'm not in the mood of drugs because I'm grieving. And the person was actually like, you're doing the most. Why are you grieving for a long time? It was just after 2 weeks, I guess. 2 weeks, I have a funeral.
Is that your friend? Is that a friend of yours?
No longer a friend. Crossed out.
Makes sense.
Crossed out.
Because if that's a friend out of slap, I'm like, excuse me, where is my friend? How'd you say this to me?
I know.
Because I feel like if anyone has ever been through that grieving process, they should be able to understand someone from their point of view. Because like that thing sucks. I know it sucks because like how you say it, like, you know, at the beginning when someone like dies, you're like, oh, you know, things happen. Like when my dad died, you know, when my mom told me a week after, because I was like in boarding school.
Yes.
And like when she told me, you know, I was really chill because like you could tell she was struggling. Like she kept saying things. I was like, just get to the point. What's happening? And she's like, your dad is dead. And you know, first like I first saw my mom was like heartbroken, and like I knew if I was to start crying there, should have also been heartbroken the more.
I know.
So that thing of like, oh my god, I have to stay strong for my mom too. You know. So I was like, Mom, it's okay. You don't have to worry about me. You know, I'm actually happy because he's gone to heaven. Because like he had a stroke, so he really couldn't move.
Yes.
I was like, you know, he's finally resting, all that stuff. So I was really like trying to console myself, like, you know what, he's okay, he's good, And like, you know, the first week passes. I was in Uganda then. Then I come to Burundi. I just start seeing all my family, like all my sisters, like they start crying. Then actually me like, oh, okay, my dad is actually gone. Like, what? You know, like I started feeling things. I'm like, why am I feeling like this? You know, what is happening to me? And it was just an ugly process because like I really didn't know how to feel or to act because, you know, I had to be there for my mom, I had to be there for my sisters, I had to be there for everyone. But again, I was also feeling this stabbing thing in me.
Yes.
And like, you know, trying to push it back. But eventually, grief, you're a bad person. You're a very bad thing because I really tried to keep it for a long time, like in me. And it just, you know, the Débat the barrier was worse. It really came out and I was like, oh, damn. And for like a whole week, I wasn't talking. I wasn't eating, you know. I wasn't eating. I was not myself. You know what I'm saying? And like, I know myself, you know, because I want to be a psychologist. Yes. So like, I study human behavior. And like, I also study myself. So I take pride in saying I know myself. Like, you know, I know what I like. I know what I don't like. I know what makes me sad. I know what makes me happy. But like, I didn't know what I was feeling in this. I kept asking myself, what is wrong with me? Why am I feeling like, you know, because, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I was not so close with, I mean, I was close with my dad, but during the last moments. But it's not like we ever met any, you know, memories we had, you know. So, because like, to me, I was like, okay, my dad died, you know. He was a big figure in my life. But, you know, it was, everything else was like, always to my mom. So my dad were not that close. But, you know, I loved him and stuff, obviously. Because like the people who saw her were like my sisters. If you saw my sisters, you can think, I don't know. I mean, their dad had just died. So obviously, I was like, why wasn't I feeling like them? But then I came to realize like whatever I was feeling before was what I was supposed to be feeling, you know, because everyone grieves in their own way,
Yes.
you know. So my grieving was just keeping quiet, not talking, then making jokes. I don't know, I kept doing that. But then after that, it was done. And then, you know, with the years to come, like you know, because then in 2016, like then 2017, 2018, like my sisters would come back because they live in Belgium. They would come for holidays, and at the times they would talk about our dad, and like people they would be laughing, they're like, oh my god, that was so funny. Then I would like kind of just sit back and like, I'm like, these guys experience things they didn't experience with my dad. Why not me? Why am I this unlucky? And then I don't know if that's grieving also, but like,
yes, it is. I was going to ask you, how long did it take you to grieve your dad's death?
I think okay. Maybe now I'm good. I think now I've moved. I finally come to terms that okay, my dad died. You know, I'm growing. I'm becoming an adult. But it was recently. Honest, I'm not gonna lie to you. It was really recent. Because like every time my mom or my sisters talk about my dad, I kind of just pull back and I'm like, because like when my sisters talk, they're laughing. They're like, you know, dad was good. You know, we had good memories. But I kind of just sit back and I start like. My eyes turn red. I feel that thing in like.
It feels like you are even stabbed.
Yeah, like
somehow.
You feel that same thing over and over and over and over again. And like I keep with myself, when am I ever gonna stop? Like when am I gonna be like my sisters? I'd be like, oh, that was funny, and I also laugh too. You know?
I think for the case of the of your sisters, maybe we have this way like of hiding feelings.
Yeah.
And then acting as if it's cool, because for myself too. I would make jokes about my granny, about my friend.
Yeah.
But then if it's somebody else doing that, I feel
it hits you different.
Yes.
Okay, that
I
makes
wouldn't
sense.
laugh.
That
I
makes
wouldn't
sense.
laugh. So, as you said, since we are different, then we grieve differently.
Yeah.
It really has this way of feeling like, if it's me talking about it, if it's me posting, it's easier to be taken than somebody else posting it.
Someone saying it, well, I can really get that. We console ourselves.
Yes.
Like, we tell ourselves the good things so we feel better. But deep inside, you know, we know how we're feeling.
Recently, I saw a friend, not really a close friend, but a friend posting another friend who died, who passed in August. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I have the guy on my DP. He is my DP. But then there is this, you know, this feeling of, you know, questioning myself. Like, why him? Why did he have to go that way?
Exactly.
Because I always feel like the people that I'm close to and that I love just go in a random way.
You never expect it.
I never expect them to, you know, to leave me in a certain way. At least I wish that most of the people that I'm close to will die after I have met them.
Exactly.
At least for a last
for the last time or something. And girl,
but unfortunately, it never happens like that. It's just like a morning,
someone
and then
died. You're like, wow.
This
what?
person, exactly.
It's random. I mean, death is random. We really can control it. And I feel like, because I told you once again, I'm a psychologist. I like to control my feelings. And I know this is bad because I have to stop this. Like, let's say I'll go somewhere, yeah? And let's say I was with my mom. Then I go home and my mom like takes 30 minutes without coming back home. This is me. Oh my God, what if she go into an accident? That like I kind of start thinking about all these things. And I'm like, I have to stop thinking. Like, I always put myself in the worst case scenario, like to be ready in case like maybe she's actually died, God forbid. I'll be like, you know what? I knew it. You know what I'm saying? Even myself, I am so scared of death, babe. Like when I think I'll build a motor and like we'll like pass and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna die right now. You know, like I've been telling myself this thing, like I'm gonna die right now. Oh my God, this is sad. I've not done what I wanted to do. But then, you know, it's an ugly thing to do. I have to stop doing that.
For myself, I never feel like, okay, actually death is bad and we are all scared by death, but unless it's for like a due moment, I never feel that fear of dying.
Okay.
I just feel like I am living. I'm trying to give the best that I can.
I need to do that.
So if I'm not sick, I cannot think of death.
Okay.
But if I'm sick, I'm not like,
Oh, okay.
One call away.
This is real. I know. You start saying, Lord, I know I did this today. I'm very sorry. I am very sorry. I will never do it again.
If you let me live once.
It's 2 days later. You're doing the same exact thing. Sis. But then grieving is hard. It's really hard. And
Definitely.
it's something, I wouldn't wish on anyone. But again, I wouldn't say I'm wishing it on you, but I'm saying it would be good if someone went through that grieving process, because like you kind of learn many things.
Yes.
As a person.
And you learn to connect. You learn to connect yourself with yourself.
You could, like your emotional side. It's a very strong thing,
Yes.
And like, I mean, I don't know why this is funny, but like, I can watch a movie.
Now that we are talking about it, it feels like it's funny.
I know, right? Because it's
but
weird.
in the moment, we'll be alone.
You'll be like, wow, I really said that. So anyways, like, I can watch a movie, yeah? And like, I was watching this series, and then like, it was old, but I was watching it like recently. And then like, I'm like, there are like 6 seasons, so I'm like on season 4. So like, the main actor dies in like the movie. So obviously, I'm crying, and I'm doing the most. And then at the end of the movie, they write rest in peace, and they put his real name. So I'm like, wait, this nigga died for real? And I go to Google, babe, this guy died in real life. Oh my gosh, I cried. Let me tell you, I grieved. I'm not gonna lie to you. My mom was like, what is wrong with you? You don't even know this person. And like, I was crying, I was doing the most, I was not eating. And then I came to realize, I think it's grieving that kind of made me the person I am today. Like, I'm so involved with my emotions. Like, the smallest thing will happen, I'm crying like a duck, like a penguin.
I wish sometimes I could cry, because I'm not someone who cries a lot. I really have this male immune of emotions.
Really?
Yes. Very, very.
You want to be like our friend there.
Because I was taught, I wasn't actually taught, I taught myself to be stronger than my mother. I grew up seeing my mother crying all over, and I was like, this I won't copy from you. Never. Yeah. So even if I'll be feeling the lowest of myself, I will never show it. Maybe I'll have to cope with it with time. With time or by myself. Or maybe by myself, yes. But not really showing it off. And when I actually show off my emotions, this means I'm beaten up. I'm finished.
You're fed up, like you hit the tip of the iceberg. And
actually, when we talk about grief, we cannot talk about grief without also considering the part that grief also brings some mental health illness, like depression, anxiety. I'm so grateful for the friends that I have, because they are the most loving people. Else, when I heard the passing of my granny, because she wasn't around, so we had to bring the body and everything. So in the process of looking for the funeral service, it wasn't hard for me at all. I was processing it. I was like, I have to take control over it, so I'm doing it. And I didn't expect anybody else to do it. They had other stuff they were doing, so I was like, I am the one to take control of all these things going on.
Myself,
Then so I would basically talk to friends, easily text, easily go out looking for stuff, easily. But then let's come back to the time after the funeral. I wasn't able to talk to any of my friends.
It kind of just hit you.
Yes. Even a hey would actually hurt me.
A hey from someone?
Yes, like, why are you texting me, bitch? I'm so sorry I say this.
It's okay, it's okay.
Like, seriously, why are you texting? Grief made me feel like I need to go. Lord Jesus Christ, take me there too. In a term of 3 weeks, I guess, I had lost my friend, my very good friend, which I was actually dreaming of. I was dreaming of myself losing a friend. And when I woke up, I realized I lost a friend.
You're like, oh damn.
That was on the 21st of August. Then.
Oh, okay. I was doing somewhere. Okay.
Yes. Then a few weeks later, I guess 2 weeks later, my friend lost his father. And then 2 weeks later, I lose my grandmother. It was like, what am I living
like, what
for?
is happening? This is not it.
Yeah, who am I living for? And then all these passions, all the energy I had all along with my friend when we were carrying
Stuff, it just went.
Yes, I became, I don't know if I would say the angriest person, but not really the person that I am.
Grief was like, knock, knock, I'm coming in.
Mm-hmm. And I decided to turn off all the notifications so nobody would know that if I have read text and everything. And fortunately for me, I verbalize my feelings. If I don't want to talk to you, I'll be like, let's see, I'm not in the right mood for talking.
Okay, that's nice.
I'll talk to you when I can.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll be like, why are not my friends talking to me yet? I said, I will talk to them when I feel good. So it has like a cohesion between grief, that part of loss, that part of tough times, with depression, because when you're depressed or maybe when you feel anxious, you don't want to see people, you don't want to talk
to people,
or at least you are doing the most,
like your friend said.
Yes, you are doing the most, not in terms of crying, not in terms of showing emotions, but in terms of drinking. Maybe let me invade myself into alcohol. Let me do this.
You go on the wrong side of things.
Exactly, because you feel like, if I do this, maybe I'm trying to escape the reality that is going on.
I'm not gonna feel what I'm feeling.
Exactly. And that is most of the time where like either teenagers or adults also lose the sight of their life. And actually we never be able to verbalize this because we feel like, what is the society going to think about us?
Exactly, because like I realized when a teenager loses someone, they kind of don't have that experience to like, okay, what do I do? Like, how do I kind of cope with this? So they look for anything they can find, and these days alcohol is so easy to find, drugs are so easy to find. They kind of maybe slowly, and eventually they get addicted to it and it becomes their life. And it's honestly sad, it's just sad that we go through these things, but we just need people to educate us more, like about these things, like how we're talking about grief right now,
Yes.
Maybe this could help someone there, like out there, like, what, I'm grieving, maybe I can do this, I can do that, because like everyone grieves in their own way, and like people have to come to understand that,
What is actually one of the things that help you cope with the grief?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm obsessed with myself, so I'll just look at videos of myself. I'm joking, but I don't know. I've really never had anything that I would turn to cope. I think friends really help me.
Yes.
Because like I've always been like, I'm a person pleaser. Like I always want to make my friends happy, and I'm also like a movie and series watcher. Like I like relating to things. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe I watch a movie like this person lost their dad. I'm like, I also lost my dad. You didn't cry together.
Yeah.
Then I laugh at myself after. Yeah, stuff like that. But I really don't have like I wouldn't say I have an exact coping mechanism. I just look for what I can find in the moment that can make me feel better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You?
Okay. For me, it's having friends.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of friends. For the people who think that I have a lot of friends, I really don't.
She doesn't. She just said it. And she's not asking to make friends.
I know. That's the point. I didn't want to say it.
She's not.
I didn't want to say it.
Stay off.
But the fewest friends that I have are the friends I cope with. They're not even my friends anymore. They're the family.
Exactly. You see, those friends turn into family are real friends.
And I try to maximize my time with them.
Yeah.
And I have to off myself from work, because work is also a pressure.
When they say work, the word stress comes in.
Yeah.
And we don't need that right now. Like, I'm depressing. I lost someone. I don't need stress.
I know. Then what else is having conversations. Having conversations with people, with someone, or maybe a group of persons who understand what I'm going through.
Amen.
Yeah.
That's very true. Because I wish all my friends were like that. Because I could come and like, let's say my friend lost someone. I'll be like, oh my gosh, you know.
Try to do this.
I try to I also love this, but they were like, we're not in a competition. I'm like, oh no, I'm just trying to let you know that I've been to the same thing. I don't want to hear that. I'm like, ugh, okay, wow, I tried.
Friend.
You know, like, they really be so ghetto. Like, you're trying to tell them, I'm going to this, I've went to, like, I know what I can help. I don't want to know that. Just like, you're trying to compete with me. When I say I'm hot, you're so hot. When I say I'm black, I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to help you, but like, damn, I'm sorry. I really need more friends like yours, because I love talking. I love like trying to help people. Like, I want to be a psychologist, so like I really, this kind of things where we sit down and we talk about stuff.
I love that.
I feel like, you know, I'm in a reality TV show and the camera is just there, you know, recording me, and I'm there spitting out my soul, you know. Yeah, it's that. But I wish I had friends like yours who we can talk to, and like, yeah, we shall. But I feel like I'm grateful, like, because like right now I have my closest friends are people like we can genuinely talk. All my friends consider me as a mean person. Okay, not mean, but like I'm so truthful about stuff. Like, if you're not looking, I'll be like, sis, you're not looking good today, I'm sorry, you know, you're not giving. And like they'll be like, you're so mean. And so like when I come and talk to them about stuff like rules, they'll be like, we didn't know you can talk like. I'm like, guys, come on. I'm a person. So they're kind of
human being.
They're kind of now knowing me as a person. Like, oh, Mercy is really someone who's always there for people. He can help them out. And, you know, I'm grateful for that. With like few of my friends, like my closest friends, I can, you know, do that with them. But like other friends,
I don't even consider. Okay, this is another topic, but I don't consider other friends as other friends. I just consider them as the people. Friends are the family.
Okay.
So
okay.
the other people are the people I know.
Okay. That's true.
We went on the same school. We go at the same church.
Yeah. If I decide to say that, I have no friends. Literally, I've met all my friends from like just meeting them somewhere. Like, I don't have friends. I mean, guys, no offense to you guys, you told my friends, but like, you know what I mean? If you say it in your way, I don't have friends. This is sad. I don't have friends. I'm serious. I don't. Oh yeah, no. I have friends. She's saying, but those people she's met like at school, those are my friends. Me, because me.
No, these are the friends or like the people who I would generally talk with.
Yeah.
And who would generally talk to me without cap, you know.
Yeah, without cap.
We're talking about truth here. This is how I feel, you know.
Okay.
And you can only do that with the fewest people. Others are maybe the people you share a bill with, the people you slay with. Yeah. And that's not for everyone.
Okay.
You know?
That's very true. I really didn't see like that, but like now I'm seeing it. All guys were my friends, but not friends anymore. We have to start talking deep things so we can become friends. I'm serious, you know, I'm serious. Back to the topic of grief. You guys, grief is such a hard thing to talk about. I'm serious, because it has so many layers, and you know, we have to break them down one by one.
Yeah.
But you know, tell me more about grief.
What I would say about grief that we haven't said is that there is this common thing that family does. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they find it as a way of staying together or whatever. Like after the funeral.
Okay.
The fact that the family members you never saw come to you and like share a meal with you, already you are hurt. That's something that hurts me more.
Yeah.
You are hurt, and you don't even know them. Okay, you know them by their names. But
like they've never really taken time to know you or like check up on you.
And they want, by the moment of grieving, not even the moment of grieving, after the funeral, you know, a week after the funeral, actually a day after the funeral, they want that in that shared lunch,
they want to meal, be put in that.
Like, they want to know you. I am 20 years old or even more.
Yeah.
How do you expect to know me now?
In like 5 minutes.
A glimpse of a time.
That's very true.
And it hurts more because it makes you feel like if this person was here, I know you are doing this because of this. So if this person was here, it wouldn't be like that.
Okay. How about this? Because I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a celebrity, but I'm a celebrity in my family.
Yes.
Because like most of the time, like when we're having like a funeral is done, like people come to be like, oh my God, Mercy, we've heard so much about you. Yeah. We've not really seen you around. We know this, and like they know things about you, like, oh my gosh, but I don't know you. You know, so like how do you think? Is it the same thing? Because like you say, like people will try to come and know you. But for me, it's like the thing of like they come to try and know me, but they already know stuff about me. Like, you know, they ask around about me. They're like, oh, is this Mercy? Oh, he's our cousin. What does he like to do? And like they come with that information already. So should I be like, you're trying to know me now? Or like, you know, I feel like it's my fault because like I'm not available.
No. When someone is trying like to give you the energy, I think this is what I believe.
Okay.
If someone is giving me energy, at least even if I wouldn't be there fully, they deserve my energy back.
Oh, okay,
right?
yeah.
So
that
if
makes
you are
sense.
interested in me, I'm interested in you.
So yeah,
because
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
when someone is asking a lot of information, you also know some stuff about the people.
Exactly,
you know?
yeah.
This is my fav, whatever. Even if you haven't met yet, you actually have some
info, and
you
you're
have
like,
tips.
Oh, wow, okay, I see now.
Yes,
it's different.
yes.
I see what you mean.
But
here.
when I'm talking about like these family members you never see, they are like absent.
They're absent. They don't have.
Yes.
They don't know anything. They just.
And then they randomly pop up.
Okay.
Because of a funeral. Then even after they go, you really don't know shit about them.
You don't get.
But they want to know you just because you share a lunch.
Oh, because you're there in the moment with them. Oh, wow. I don't like those people.
They want to know everything, like glimpse of it. Oh, okay, so what do you do now? Oh, which school did you go to? Oh, but
they're being fake. Oh, that's even... those people are being fake in the moment. Those people are being fake. Unless they're going to give me money.
I don't resist that. Give me the money and...
$100 bill and move. Like, you don't have to say... I'm like, just give me $100 and you can walk, you know. We good, you know. I'll remember you're my aunt. I'm your nephew. Thank you for the money, though. You know, I totally get that. People should stop being fake, because, bruh, life is too short, you know.
Exactly.
You have to live your life to the fullest and, like, be yourself, be authentic, you know. Don't really do things that don't please you and stuff. And I feel like if you're that, you're able to get through a grieving process perfectly, because if you want to get through grief, you have to be yourself, you know.
Yes.
You have to be yourself.
You
like
really
you have
do.
to let yourself feel what you. Because like I feel like me when I was grieving for my dad, even for my sister, I was blocking this feeling. Because like I know me that I'm like a very cheerful person. I'm a very happy person. When I started feeling these things, I was like, why am I feeling this? I don't want to. I just kept blocking them, you know.
Yes.
And I'll do other things. Like I'll just try to go talk to other people. I'll laugh with other people. But like eventually, you know, when you're alone, it just comes back. It comes back. It comes. So like when you feel that thing, and that's why I understand you said like when you feel like you don't want to talk to anyone, you tell them I don't want to talk to you. And like that's very nice because like it helps you grieve not faster, but like you know you grieve properly.
Yes.
You process it properly, and I think that's good. Like if you want to grieve not perfectly, but you know if you want to grieve like a normal person, just be yourself. You know, allow yourself to feel what you're feeling, but again, don't be misguided by things. You know,
Yes.
because like you know people kind of tend to decide it as an excuse to kind of just fall off the rails
Yes.
and like put themselves in other things I'm not gonna say here, but you know
They know.
they know
That thing.
those things they do, but you know yeah, it doesn't mean misguided, but like you know grieve like a normal, not like a normal person, you know, but like
Grieve as someone who is healthy. At
Healthy.
least who wants
Voila.
a healthy life.
a healthy life. Yeah, you know,
Because we always have to go into grieving.
yeah.
But then the way we grieve will even be different. Like if you are grieving for your parent and you are grieving maybe for a friend,
yeah,
it doesn't go the same way.
it doesn't go the same way. Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
So,
you know,
Yeah.
because like you know, I realized that you seem like when friends, like let's say my family, I hope no one sees this. Oh my gosh. So I hope my family does this. So like, when my dad died, they're like these in-laws I do not like at all. Let me tell you, I don't like them because they're so fake that you know they were talking. I know
doing the most.
they talk trash about you guys, your family,
Yeah.
and like let me tell you something. So one of my in-laws comes and like sees my mom. And she starts crying. Your husband was a good man. I'm like, excuse me.
What did you say?
It's you was talking about my dad like 5 weeks ago, and you're saying, oh my god, you know, like that stuff pissed me off. Like, just go sit and don't say anything.
Yeah.
This lady cried. You can think it was her husband who died. I was like, wow, so this is what you do? Cool. I really don't like such people.
I have something that however way I'll be hurt if I am not with someone I feel comfortable with, I would never show my emotions.
Yeah. If you're not comfortable with them, okay, yeah.
I see my tears are coming out, but I'm
Like,
just like,
You're not
you
coming
stay
in,
here.
going back, go back. You're not coming right now. And I hate because my tears are always here. Like, if it's just tell me something, anything that's gonna affect, I'm already crying. It's sad, honestly. Yeah, but, damn.
For a conclusion, what would you say? Or you maybe
About grief?
Yeah.
Grief, you're a bad person. That's all I can say. But again, I just say thank you for grief. Look at us talking like I'm talking about. Okay, grief is something you can't control.
Yes.
It's something you can't expect.
Yes.
It comes at a random time.
Yes.
And I feel like if you want to live a healthy lifestyle, when grief comes to you, just let it in and kind of just go with the process, like you're allowed, it's okay to grieve, like, because there's some people who would be like, oh my gosh, up to the conclusion, like there's some people who wouldn't want to grieve because they say they want to be strong for people, like no one is allowed to cheat the grieving process. Everyone's allowed to go through that process. And like you should know at the back of your mind, like, I'm grieving so that I can be able to move on. Because that's the whole point. When someone dies, you have to move on.
Yes.
You have to come with the fact that, what, they're gone. But I'm still going to live my life,
yes.
So let that grieving come as a process to you. And you'll be, it should be good. You'll be happy like me.
It was nice having this conversation with you. I would have loved like that we have a whole table where
I would love that too.
Different people.
And we shall in the future.
Yeah.
I'm asking you. You're the host of all these things.
Yes.
I'd like to be here once again.
And for everyone who is getting to, connect with us for that topic.
Yes.
Thank you for listening to us.
Thank you.
It wasn't funny when we laughed, though, but we cannot always cry.
Yeah.
And for my conclusion, the grief is long. Don't you ever think it's something. I'm actually using it so that people understand. Yeah. Don't you think that it's something that is easier?
You just
this person died. Okay.
Cool. Then you move on. Mm-mm.
It will take time, and it doesn't matter if it takes 10 years. We are all different. Go through it. Learn how to cope with it. Live with it, and then take your life graciously. Because at the end, when we talk about other people, when they go, we forget that one day people will be talking about us when we go, and we have that CV. We have to keep that CV.
Yeah.
Ooh, we have to hear people saying that we did the best of us. That's the best thing. I think if I ever become able to work and reach to the point of what I want, and then I die, I have this type, not even like this type of ego, maybe respect or whatever, but getting to know that for the time I have lived, I wasn't just living for, slaying or all that.
Or what, yeah.
By the way, slaying is included into life.
Don't
forget.
It's part of life. It's not life, but it's part of life.
Yeah, I would love that. I would love to die after I have reached at least, the top.
When you have lived your life.
Yes.
Authentically as yourself.
Yes.
Please don't forget that, people.
So it was very wonderful having you here.
Thank you for inviting me.
Shall have you more.
Of course.
This was a slice of the cake.
This was, the beginning.
Yes.
There is more yet to come.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, thank you so much for hosting me. You're a very sweet girl. Oh, guys, she's a very sweet girl. Very nice. Very
flowers.
Lovely. And we just became close 5 minutes ago. I'm joking, but it's really not been that long. But she's amazing, guys. So thank you again for inviting me. It was an honor and a pleasure to be here with you.
Actually blushing.
She's so extra, like how a friend said. Okay, so thank you.
We're doing the most. We are the most.
Because life is the most. Yeah, we're the best duo, guys.
Thank you and goodbye.